All right, guys. One more episode. Like from the open mat. Today here with Carly and Kailani, we're gonna talk about jiu-jitsu. Daughter and mother. How this relationship is, like inside and outside the mat. How this work. Have a great stories. How much that girl now motivate the mom to train and compete, and that's an awesome story for share with you. Before you start, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Need your help to grow and bring more stuff for you guys. Subscribe, like it, make a little comment. That way, going to help our page grow, right? Then let's start. Carly, you start training for us 4 years ago,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And how did it start?
Yeah. It started because my son, Callan, started jiu-jitsu and fell in love with it. And the front desk every single day, Mike asked my husband when we were starting, and he signed me up, said, I signed you up for 3 months. And I said, I did not want to do jiu-jitsu. I'm quitting when 3 months is up, but since you've already signed me up, I'll give it a shot. And 4 years later, here I am.
That's great. That's great. I have a lot of stories. The kids start, and then we kind of start. Hey, when are you going to start? We didn't start. We didn't start. And kind of push the moms, the dads should come and training, because for us it's important. Like you guys understand, what the kids going through. A lot of times the parents come, and then sometimes, why you don't do this? Why not? And then because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always like when you step on the mat as a mom and understand how jiu-jitsu is, and now make more sense to grow, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then, but who started first? Was it?
Callan started first. He started in January of 2020. And then Chris and I both started in August of 2020.
Right away after the
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And then Kailani started in November of 2020. And then we had our oldest for a little while. She gave it a shot. It just wasn't for her, and that's okay.
Like that's another thing that you always try to motivate, like the women,
Yep.
at least for learning as a self-defense, at least some basic, stuff.
She did about 4 or 5 months and learned, and it's okay.
Then when you start in November 2020,
Yeah.
and then what do you think about jiu-jitsu when you start? You like right away? Because you was doing gymnastics.
Yeah, I liked it, but I just saw other people doing it, and I wanted to try something new.
Yeah. But I was doing gymnastics by that time?
Yeah.
And then when you really start, think that that's something that I want to keep going, when you kind of really click?
I don't really know. Like, when I started competing, I just wanted to compete more and more.
Okay. And then my first tournament was in 2021?
Yeah, it was in March, I
March?
think.
Yeah, what event it was?
New breed.
Oh, new breed, okay. And then you won?
No.
Yeah, what you did, you learn it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, those they're always talking. You're not and never lose. You always
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you start competing more after that one, right?
Yes.
Do you remember the second one you did?
Oh, it was another new breed. I think it was in October.
It was.
Then I did Jiu-Jitsu World League after that.
I remember that second new breed. You got second in one and third in one, and I think she had 5 fights for third. And she said to me in the parking lot, Mom, find the next competition. I did not get a gold, and I'm ready. And we found Jiu-Jitsu World League the next month, and I said, all right, there's one in a month. Let's get ready.
And you compete, and then was the result?
Yeah, I won.
Good job. Yeah, and then that you know what this desire to compete coming from? You always
I just think it's fun.
Oh, okay. That's good, because a lot of people put so much pressure on, and it's good you feel as a fun to go and compete, that's the best thing as when you're young age to keep motivating you, no pressure, just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fought Pan Am 2022 or not?
Yes.
You did 2022, 23, and 24.
Yes.
Those were your 3 pans.
The gi.
And gi.
And how was your journey on the Pan Ams?
I got second in 2022, and then I lost my first round in 2023, and then I got second this year.
No, okay. All right. And then you, a little bit about your competition experience. When the first one?
My first competition, was the one in October, I think, with her, or maybe it was the one in March. It was your first competition. She said,
Oh, the first one?
my first competition was her first competition.
Oh, 2021.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're both white belts. I was encouraging her to try to compete, and she said, Mom, I'm not ready. And I said, that's okay. You can just give it a shot. And she said, well, then you should compete. And I said, but Kailani, I'm not ready. She said, but Mom, you just said that was okay. You should give it a shot. And I had to eat my words and say, all right. And so she said, I'll compete if you compete. So we both went out there and competed.
Be careful what you say, right?
Right? And they listened.
Yeah.
It can't be a double standard. So I did. I went out there and competed, and I don't find it as much fun as she does.
Good.
And I think it's hard for me to compete the same day she competes because I get worked up with them that I forget about myself.
How was the first time? How was the fights? How many fights?
I only had 2 fights, and it was with someone from our gym, which was awkward. I fought with Nicole.
Oh, yes.
But there was nobody signed up.
Well, like no different, no class, no weight.
No, it was just 2 women that were white belts. And she said, I really want to just get some competition experience. And I said, all right, well, we're here. Let's fight with people looking at us. We did 1 gi and 1 no gi. And it was great. It was good just to get out there. And again, get out there and feel what they feel, because you can watch them compete and it's not the same as doing it yourself.
Gotcha.
So I did that one. What else have I done? I did World League with you.
Orlando Open.
I did an Orlando Open. And then I did Pan Am's as blue belt.
Pan Am's, you just did the one?
I did 2023 and 2024.
Okay. 2022, how was the fight?
I did
second, right?
I got second in 2023.
You did. It wasn't like we did 2 fights.
3.
Because you fought the final fought the girl like from Brazil. That is the swimmer, the diver, right?
No, that was Orlando Open.
Oh,
That was Orlando Open. Yes. We were both white belts then. That was the Orlando Open I did. And then I think the next year, it was my first blue belt tournament, was Pans. But it's hard to find blue belts, females, my age and weight.
You went down, right?
No, I stayed right where I was for Pans, which was the only time I had ever seen anyone in my actual bracket. So it was nice. And it was a big bracket. I think there were 7 of us that year.
And then you fought.
And I fought 3 times and got second.
That's nice.
Yeah.
How you feel, after the competing?
After I'm competing, I like the experience of afterwards. I love the talking about it and rewatching the fight and learning from it and fighting with people my age and my weight and my skill level, because that's the only place I ever get that. Everyone in the gym is either bigger or higher belt or way younger. So that's always great. And I do love how hard I push myself trying to get ready for competition. The training for it is excellent. It pushes me to go further than I would go on a typical day.
Then what for you, maybe the your war is more the journey than the tournament, right?
Right. Yes. Like competition day itself, it's okay for me. It's not fabulous. It's just this is what I'm supposed to do. So I'm doing it. I don't think I feel the joy of competing like she does, but I love the workup for it and how much better it forces me to be that I wouldn't get on my own.
Then for you, like competing and what the part you like the most on the tournament? What is it? The preparation? Is the podium? Is the what do you interact with other people and make new friends? What was the?
I don't know. I like fighting because it's fun, and it's just different people than I go with in the gym. And getting ready for competitions, I feel like it's kind of boring when I'm not trying to go really hard and get ready for something. If I don't have anything to work for, it's boring.
And then your jiu-jitsu is more like I need to have the next one, to motivate you to train.
Yeah.
As your motivation is competing.
Mm-hmm.
All Right. And no, I know you make a lot of friends, and then you go training with. Talk a little bit about that. What's
Yeah. I like to train with some of my opponents just because they're my size and level and stuff. So it's good training.
Tell me about some ones that you like the most to training, because I know sometimes you go for.
Yeah. Training with Olive at Spartan is good because we competed against each other one time and now we go and train together all the time.
But now you guys are not in the same division, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
Because I think she
not.
compete in the Pan Am's, no gi in different division.
Yeah. So weight class bigger.
Okay, all right. And then, like I haven't seen you training, and like you always training hard, but now you adding the fitness part. How much the fitness part you think make it different in your training?
I think it's helped because I feel a lot stronger now. So it's easier to train and compete because I'm stronger.
Mm-hmm. And then no, when you on the gym there, is the people that you enjoy more to training, that kind of make it, ones maybe to push you more, another ones because it's like a friend that you kind of want to share the training and learning. What is the people that you like to training, and give me the reasons that you like to train for them.
I don't know. I like to train with Chloe because she pushes me and beats me, so it's good. And I like to train with Kelsey because she's really close to my size, so I can try all of my things that I need to do, like in competition, because she's close to my weight.
Okay, awesome. And then I know you're training for other girls there. You have a lot of new girls coming. When you train for them, what is your mindset? Is it like you're still training hard, or you want to help them to getting better? And you give what was your
Just to get good training in because they're close to my size and level, so I can push myself.
okay? All right, Denise. And then mom, like you start training 4 years ago, and then like for you it's not the competition is not the main thing. But what jiu-jitsu brought to your life, know that you can see a big difference. There's something that really helped you, or not just in the beginning, but during the process, during the journey, was like things that you can,
I think one of the main things is it showed me I can do something I didn't think I was able to do. And I can be comfortable being uncomfortable. That, being stuck at the bottom of Mount, and I may not be able to get out right now, but I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. I just have to weather the storm or keep fighting or keep pushing. And eventually I might find my way out, or time runs out and I didn't get out, but I made it. So I think that was huge. You can take that lesson from the mat into life of just it's hard right now, but it's not going to be hard forever. And if you just keep going.
Well, it's not going to be hard forever.
What's that?
Why is it not going to be hard forever?
Anything isn't going to be hard forever. I think if you just keep going, like eventually it's going to be either easier or you learn to deal with it. So it becomes easier. That one or the other, it's not going to be that hard forever. And I honestly love jiu-jitsu because it's the only time in my life that I'm not thinking about all of the other responsibilities. When I'm on the mat and fighting, you're thinking, all I have to do right now is protect my neck. I don't have to worry about the laundry that didn't get folded, or the, appointment I forgot to make, or the other responsibilities. It's kind of like my me time, which is nice.
And then like you think like you kind of jiu-jitsu help you deal with your your dating stuff, plus like maybe help you with your emotional part as well, like how to deal with problems.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely teaches you to problem solve, or, again, just I don't think I can do this anymore, but I can because I have to. And then we have, I've had emotional days on the mat where it's some days I don't want to get on the mat. I'm going to have a breakdown on the mat, but I get on there anyway. And I've had a breakdown on the mat and it's okay. But most of the time, I walk off the mat going, man, I feel way better than I did when I first stepped on the mat. I'm really glad I got that out. Whatever I was thinking about isn't as bad as it was.
Yeah, because I think like jiu-jitsu, especially when you go there, like you have all these worries in your mind, and then you go there and roll, and you think about your neck, your arm, protect yourself, and then after you can you kind of feel and stuff think clear. Oh, yeah, that stuff's not that it's not big the deal. It's just
Right.
a deal.
Right. And it puts it into perspective, and maybe even the physical sense of you get such an adrenaline rush and you deal with this that you're like, oh, that's easy. Like, I can handle that now because I've had this little physical change.
Then on the like training all these years, sometimes you have this frustration, disappointment. Anytime you felt that maybe quit or stop.
I don't think I've ever felt like I need to quit or stop. I think I felt like maybe I wasn't progressing as fast as I used to be. And it's kind of, you get into this like maybe a funk of it's not what it used to be. But I've never felt like I needed to quit because, again, for me, I do it because it's fun. And I think that's maybe why I don't compete very often, because the pressure of competition takes a little of the fun away from me. And then I have to remember, like, jiu-jitsu's fun. This is why I'm here, because it's fun. And honestly, that final at Pans, you told me that when I was adrenaline dump. I don't want to be here anymore. Came and I did what I was supposed to, and I'm done. And I had that final match, and you were like, just go out there and have fun. And I thought, you're right. Jiu-jitsu's fun. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
So those hard days where I feel like I want to quit, I just remind myself, it's fun. Just go have fun, and who cares?
And then when you go competing, do you feel any pressure, or you put any pressure on you? Like I need win because the coach need to win. You have any pressure that you put it on you when you compete?
Sometimes I'll put pressure on myself because when I win before, then it's like, oh, I did good before, now I need to do good again.
But then you put pressure yourself. No, don't break pressure from anybody else outside the mat.
No, not really, because no one really cares. It's just me that cares.
Yeah, because I remember like when we went to the Icon in Vegas, I remember Chloe did a fight, and she was so tense, so worried about competing, and she lost it for spad. And then right away I call her in the corner and say, "Oh, Chloe, I want to understand this. You're fighting for you. You're not fight for me. You're not fight for any of those coaches. You're not fight for your father. Fight for you. Go there and have it fun. Enjoy what you do. And if you're not winning, it's not a problem at all. You're gonna learn something, but don't put pressure." And then when she stepped on the mat, was a totally different Chloe. She was mild, she was jumping. Then that's important. I couldn't you guys understand too. Don't put pressure. Now, we're too young for have pressure. Like she said, enjoy the journey, enjoy the time on the mat, enjoy what you're doing. Like to compete, looking for the next one, but don't put pressure, even you're new yet.
Yeah.
Too young for that. Yeah. But talk about the fitness part. You have been training with fitness for how long? What have been doing the conditioning?
I think like a year
year
and a half maybe.
And how much you feel stronger?
Yeah.
If you help you're competing?
Because a lot of the times I feel stronger than my opponents just because I lift weights and stuff.
Awesome. Then now kind of close this stuff too. When it came training for us was almost 4 years ago with almost the same weight that you are.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to your mom. They lost 15 pounds in the beginning, and then I was start putting weight back. With this journey, you turn as a vegan.
Yes.
Vegan. And why you decide to change?
Just because I like animals and I felt bad eating them.
Right.
And you feel better.
Yeah.
Like
Because
physically.
I was a vegetarian, but then eggs and dairy started hurting my stomach. And when I stopped eating them, I felt a lot better.
Then what is usually your diet for? What are you usually get for breakfast? Give some advice for maybe some girls.
I don't know.
Don't know what to eat.
I just like oatmeal or yogurt. It's made out of coconut.
And
Tofu, lots of tofu.
Like rice and vegetables.
what is usually your lunch?
I'll make pasta, chicken pasta.
You make?
Well, like,
She makes
yeah.
all of her food.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Or like salad or a sandwich or something or a smoothie.
That is awesome.
Lots of smoothies, lots of tofu.
Mhm.
Then lunchtime, dinner time.
Yeah, just like the same, same thing I eat for lunch usually.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Then your diet. How is this stuff go? Because you lost a lot of weight.
I did.
When it came.
I did.
Yeah.
I lost about 25 pounds.
Wow.
I eat like a pretty high protein diet. Still eat carbs, still eat fat, but really just counting my calories and upping my protein and working with a nutritionist definitely helped to change my diet. Not even so much just to lose weight, but just to feel better. And it's helped so much.
And when we start like 25 pounds, then how long take for you kind of drop them? Because I remember one time you start doing conditioning and doing dieting, like you really drop a lot. I think you drop more than 25. And then put some back after or something like that.
Yeah, I think it took about probably 9 months over time because I lost it slowly. It wasn't fast because it was an easy process. It wasn't a starvation by any
You
means.
start right away for nutrition, or you try to do by yourself, or was it training?
Training helped a little bit. I didn't really lose weight. I was putting on muscle, but not really losing weight, but feeling good. And then I started with nutritionist in 2022.
And
Anne and Jonathan.
let's talk about that.
First in nutrition. It was fabulous. It was great. They worked with me because I don't diet well. I've never dieted well. I don't like restricting foods. I don't like not eating. I get very, very hangry when I don't eat. Yes. She will hand me a protein bar or a yogurt and say, "Hey, Mom, you need to eat." So I loved it because I could eat whatever I wanted. I just had to work it into my plan and make sure that if I was going to have ice cream at night, which I have every night, I had to make sure to eat a little healthier throughout the day and make sure I get my protein in and have a protein shake. And then I can enjoy my ice cream at night and not feel guilty about it. But yes, I started about, I think I was 145 pounds. And when I started jiu-jitsu and then dropped down to 120 is kind of where I stay at now.
Drop more than that. Because I remember one time
before cans.
I lost a lot of weight.
I think it was stress.
I thought they were like, I need to put some weight back.
I did. I didn't mean to. I just, yes, I weighed in at Pans at 119 with my gi on.
Ooh.
And my weight class was 129.
Oh, yeah.
The weight class below me was 118. So
you could have fighted that.
I really could have probably, but I really didn't have any weight to lose at that point. I was too small.
You'd lose like a half a piece of meat.
But this year at Pans, I was better. I weighed in about 123, which is my comfortable weight. I didn't want to go down. I probably could have, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to stay where I was comfortable. I was not at the top, but I was not at the bottom. Same thing when I did Worlds. It was pretty little then too.
How much did you weigh in at?
I think I weighed in at 121 at Worlds, but she was close on weight, so we were eating very healthy together, and I did not need to eat as clean as she did.
Now talk about competition, and I know when the first tournament was kind of, competing going to be good for you, and then say, if you're competing, and then I know having this more, I know you, she's now motivating you to compete, right?
Yes. She motivated me to compete at Worlds. I definitely had no desire to compete at Worlds. She had been basically saving up to go to Jiu-Jitsu Con for over a year. She'd been asking me for 2 years, and I kept telling her no, and she saved up all of her Christmas money, all of her babysitting money, all of her birthday money, and said, "Mom, can we go this year?" So we bought plane tickets and we bought hotel rooms, and I registered her, and she said, "Well, Mom, while we're there, you may as well compete too." And at first I was like, no, I can't compete the same time you did. I said, "What if we go at the same time?" And she said, "I'll be fine. I compete all the time. You don't have to worry about me."
Me?
And I didn't have another excuse. She said, you have to do Worlds. How often do you get to compete at Worlds?
And you're going to be there anyway.
And I'm going to be there anyway. And I thought, you know what? You're right. Like, how often do you get to just try it? Like, what do I have to lose? At that point, I had nothing to lose. And we ended up going very close at the same time. She went a little bit early, thank goodness. So I got to watch her because I was nervous I wasn't going to get to watch her. It was kind of hard because she lost the first round and it was her first yellow belt competition. And she was sad. And I wanted to be that mom that just hugged her and said, you know, it's okay. I'm here for you. And then I looked at my phone to see what time it was. And I said, well, I'm here for you, but can I be here for you in the bullpen? Because I really need to go to my mat now. And I told her, I said, you can come watch me or you can go watch the rest of your brackets. Either way, I'm okay. And she said, I think I want to go watch you, Mom. It's perfect. So she came over and it was pretty special competing at Worlds and looking over and seeing her and you and Mike and Kelsey and Melissa and everybody else that had competed there but it was really neat to see her there when I got to compete at Worlds and I did better than I thought I would do.
The first fight was awesome.
Yeah.
The second fight was amazing. It was pretty tough. It was pretty tough fight, but you were right there.
I was. And honestly, I walked off the mat going, I left it all on the mat. I don't have any regrets. I didn't win the fight, but I did everything I could to win the fight. And I said, I'm okay with that. Those kind of losses, I'm okay with. That's
like, you know, you did everything.
I did.
It's like you're not holding anything back.
I did not hold anything back.
Then have regrets. Oh, I couldn't do this. I couldn't.
Right. And obviously there's probably some mistakes and I could have, but in the moment, I know I didn't hold anything back. I tried the best I could and she just did better.
And you have opportunity. Like, I remember, like, I have almost get her in
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So
it's right there. Like
right there.
The tournament, everybody, like a world championship is like everybody training is in the top. One little thing
Absolutely.
changed the whole.
Right.
And Kailani, for, you know, what is this relationship that you have with your mom and your training? How good this for you, and then how much help you, and what other things you think this jiu-jitsu brought for you too?
I like training with her because she's good and she challenges me. And I like training with you because, like, you don't hurt me. Whereas some people are bigger than me and I'm afraid they're going to hurt me.
Then about the relationship between each, you think you guys close?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I'm homeschooled, so you teach me my work too. So I see you all the time.
Being that, like, with the jiu-jitsu and home, what else you guys like to do outside the mat or not even study? Was there, like, fun part, other things you guys do together?
I don't know. That's what we usually just train.
Jiu-jitsu is after the fun part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It really is fun.
For you, what is like the jiu-jitsu brought? Something that mom usually the kid doing one thing, mom doing another thing. This is just for my kid, but now you both do jiu-jitsu, enjoy jiu-jitsu. What this brings to you? What do you think is?
I think one of my favorite parts is it gives us something in common. So when we leave the gym on the way home, we can talk about it and we can talk about it together. And I always ask my kids on the way home, I said, what was your jiu-jitsu win today? And it's never, oh, I submitted so-and-so. That's never it. It's well, I almost passed someone's guard, or I only got submitted this many times, or I tried that new thing that we've been working on. And so I love that. We get to share our wins and we can understand them. Or I think the other day I was rolling with her and I tried this pass and I said, like, I did it, Kailani. I said, Melissa always does this to me and I did it to you. And she looks up, she goes, she does it to me too, Mom. And so we got to talk about it and we got to, like, kind of share that. And that was kind of fun. Or, sometimes she'll ask, or I'll even ask, like, I'm having trouble with this. What do you do? And so we can help each other and share each other. Or, I can't do this. Oh, let me show you what I learned today in teens class. Show me what you learned in teens class.
They gotta pass a little bit like the mom and daughter thing, that it was a friendship.
Yes. And it gives us something to share. It's not just tell me about this. We're actually sharing it.
something common that you guys can enjoy together.
Yes.
Talk about it.
And I think even because I don't train with Callan, but because I understand, he'll tell me his jujitsu wins, or, you know, when he says, oh, I almost got out of this triangle by doing this, I know what he's talking about. I'm like, oh, that's great. Instead of just, well, that sounds great, but I understand that is a big deal.
And then I can know, like Sissy, like you're on the mat, and like, what do you as a mom, you know, see her competing, see her has this driving to compete, and this, you know, wanna compete and win, not just wouldn't compete for win, but she has this drive. How this make you feel, you know?
Oh, it makes me feel so proud that I love watching her. I love watching her compete. I love watching her train. I love that since we homeschool, she gets up every morning and works out at the gym with Chris at 6 a.m. Almost every morning she works out at 6 a.m. She comes home. She says, what schoolwork do I have to do? She gets her schoolwork done. On Mondays and Tuesdays, she knows I have to get my schoolwork done, and then mom will take me to class at 11. And we go to class at 11, and then she comes home and showers, gets a little more done, and goes back again. And I love that she's so driven and knows that she has to do these things in order to do these things. And so it makes...
And it's their responsibility.
Yes. I mean, the other day, she wanted me to do nogi with her, and I said, I have too much to do. I can't do nogi with you. And she's, if I promise to go home and clean up the whole kitchen and wash all of the dishes, will you do nogi with me? And I said, fine. And I went to put my plate up after dinner, and I looked over, and she has almost all the dishes done already. So she said, I told you if you did nogi with them. So
and that's awesome. Okay, especially like as a, you know, have a kid that are helping home, do the stuff, because today, you know, the society, like the kids, like very messy. Not saying all the kids, you know, but a lot of kids is messy. They don't help home, and I think maybe there's parents now doesn't feel too comfortable to give directions, and you know, what do you think? I can see all that your kids is super responsible. What are this coming from, or what do you guys do different? How old, you know, because this is something for moms. Listen, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel very blessed that they're all very responsible. I don't know that it was anything I did. If I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I think being home with them is helpful. That I get to homeschool them, so it's kind of consistent, and they naturally learn. If I don't do this, I don't get to do this, and yeah, I don't know. I wish I had a magical.
Because like one thing, like the you know, as kids, you know, you have this kids learning from the actions of the parents, examples that they see. And that probably because they see you do things daily, especially because the homeschool, they see you all day doing this, doing that, and then they can see, oh, mom doing this, and then sometimes probably, oh, can you help with this? And then they start learning, beginning to help, but they probably in the future, like they already know because they help you a little bit. Sometimes, oh, can you do this here? In like small tasks, they'll give you the how this called when you teach your kids to do. Like wash the dishes, little things like this. It's like quarter,
like chores.
Chores, yes. And like probably like without knowing, probably was doing small tasks to do.
Yes, and sometimes, I mean, I'd like to say they're so fabulous all the time, but let's face it, life is not that way. But honestly, sometimes, you know, I'll tell like, look, you have to do this if you want to go to practice. Like, we have to get this done before we can leave. And that sometimes helps. I wish it was just that intrinsic motivation, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's, well, I really want to do this, so I'll do that instead.
Well, it's important knowing that nothing's free, nothing's coming. No, they understand they need to do at least the minimum.
Yes.
Know the basics that, you know, they can do. If you do this, the way which no, that's important too. I think a lot of parents today are missing this part, you know, or maybe doesn't know, or maybe they're too busy, and then you go to like you as doing homeschool, you have more time. They can see the example. But if you want to maybe give a little thing that maybe can help moms, what maybe something that you can put it right there?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like just and I try to just talk to them, like they're people, because they are people, and see what they feel and see what they think, and hey, like, let's figure this problem out together. I try to ask you guys a lot that kind of helps. And she tells me a lot of times, can we do this so that I can do this? Okay, we'll rearrange things. I would have done it this way, but let's do it that way instead. And that sometimes helps. And then we're not fighting about that. We don't have to do it my way. If that works better for you. I have my 16-year-old works better late at night. So that's when we do her things. That sometimes that helps, just to ask them.
Then give us a little bit of your daily routine. About, say, Monday, what time you wake up, or see, talk about it.
Monday, I usually wake up at like 6, and then I go work out at like 6:30, and then I'll come back, do some schoolwork, and then I'll eat breakfast and go train, and then I come back and shower and do more work. And louder. I'll do more. Okay. I'll do more work and then I'll shower and do work and stuff, and then I come back and train.
And that's a routine, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's usually what I do on Mondays.
And then Tuesday?
Tuesday, it's about the same because I'm able to train in the morning, and then Wednesday and Thursday, I can't train in the mornings, and sometimes I can come on Fridays.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, good. Look, because like a routine, there's another thing super important too. If you have a routine and then you know what to do, then there's another thing today. Sometimes because parents are busy, they don't have routine, and then that can mess things up.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we have a pretty good routine. We're at the gym every afternoon, so she knows, like, even all my kids know, like, every afternoon we're going to be at the gym. She has gymnastics on Mondays and Fridays that we fit in. She would train on Wednesday and Thursday mornings, but I cannot get her there. Yeah. If it were up to her, she would train every morning. But we have other things in life that we have to get done. Mm-hmm. But they know the routine of this is what we're gonna do every Monday. And I've gotten to the point where I don't schedule dentist appointments on Monday mornings because I know she loves to train Monday mornings. So okay, we can't do anything because that's your day and that's your routine, and it works.
Then because when you start, you have 3 kids, need to organize the house, have a homeschool, and then there's something else, that you need to take care in your house. How in the beginning was a little messy? Did you be able to? I know she start training. Was like right away start training the way she's training now.
Right.
But how was like the beginning with 3 kids, like organizing?
Like organizing my house?
Yeah.
My house.
No, not the house. Like the schedule.
The schedule. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to say my house is always a mess. There's never time to organize that. The schedule we kind of figure out. I honestly, when I started training, I was worried about the kids because they both weren't in class yet. And Callan was even too young to be in the class at the same time as my class. So I remember you telling me, I would rather you come and bring the kids and let them sit on the mat. And if you have to leave to deal with them, then not come at all. And when you told me that, I thought, I can do this then. Because I would have not come because I was worried about them. And there were times where I did have to leave the mat because my kids were small and Callan was little. 4, 5. He was little. But we made
he started at 3 years old.
He started at 4.
But he started 3 and 4 years old because literally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it was hard, and we figured it out though, and he figured it out. He figured, and I realized when I bring these toys, he's behaved, and I can get my class done.
You have a little room there. I was able to kind of sit.
Yeah, because we didn't even have a room. He was just literally playing toys at the side of the mat. Mm-hmm. And now he's older, so it's nice because he's in class and can do that. In fact, now Mom, you're staying for class tonight, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm staying for class. Oh, good. But it was hard to figure out the schedule. And there's some days where I can't train because I have to shuffle kids other places. But we make it work. We try. We make it as best we can.
And then I know you like the conditioning part as well too. How important for you is the conditioning for yourself and for the jiu-jitsu part?
I like it both for both reasons. I like it for myself because it's just another thing I get to do for me. And I like feeling stronger. I like the changes in my body that it happens. You know, seeing a little more definition is always a good thing to see, that the conditioning and the weightlifting brings that I feel like jiu-jitsu might not bring on its own. But it's definitely helped my jiu-jitsu. It's definitely helped me become stronger in my guard game and stronger in my escapes and stronger in my everything. You can feel that I might be small and I might not weigh a whole lot, but I'm still capable of keeping this big person off of me, which is important in jiu-jitsu, but also in life. Like, that makes me feel pretty good too, that I may not be able to win this fight with this big person, but I can keep myself safe for a while. And that's a big deal.
That's jiu-jitsu. No? Jiu-jitsu work great for that, no? For the small person be able to hold this stuff together and then eventually be able to somebody come and help, or even with the technique you hold control, and then eventually can win the fight.
Yes. Or back up enough that I can get away from the fight.
That kind of building confidence too, like even the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you look is totally different. You know, because now you're more confident. If a person come close to you, you can look in the eyes and look and tell them.
Yes.
I know you both like to drill. How many times a week you drill? What you like to drill the most?
I really don't have that much time just to drill besides like in class. But in class I drill and then I'll do whatever we're doing then. But when I do like a private or I have extra time to drill, I like to drill my guard, or I'll study my opponents and just see what I need to work on, or my old matches.
Nice, awesome. And you have been doing a lot for a long time. How about twice a week?
We try to do twice a week. It makes it easy because she's in class. So I'm already at the gym, which is, I think, another great thing about kind of training with your kids, is because if I'm here, I can just sit here, or I can do something productive to help. So I started drilling while she was in teens class, and it's great because I can drill. I try to drill something I'm good at, that I want to improve what I'm already good at. I try to drill something I'm horrible at to get better at it. And then I try to drill something brand new that I need to work. And I don't know if I'm good at it or bad at it because I just learned it.
Then sometimes, like, you know, we put a group together, we train, and then sometimes it's tough training, hard training. When this training, have any time that you have a bad time on the mat with training partners, or you don't need to name things?
Sometimes it's hard with training partners. Usually it's somebody bigger that will, I found a lot of times it's somebody bigger, usually a male, who gets kind of maybe upset that a female's beating them per se, but it's just training. And so they'll, sweep me, get on the bottom, and then just kind of smush me. And at that point, you can't really do much, and it's frustrating. I don't ever think I've felt unsafe, but more of, this is not helpful. This is not helpful for me. This is not helpful for you. But it also teaches me, you know what? This is making me comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, you are smushing me to the ground.
Especially like that's one stuff when we train the custom, like we train for everybody, and you have the big guy, and you're not going to win. But at least you put yourself there and you know how I can deal with this.
Yes.
And then have learning how to deal with this. Okay, now when I get my opponent's not that size, my opponent's not that big, I was able to hold myself.
Absolutely. And honestly, it's not very often. 99% of the people I train with are fabulous. They're great. I mean, even the giant guys that are way bigger than I am that could smush me don't usually.
And you, what if you look for this training? Have any bad time? Don't say anything.
So just like the same thing, when you go with a bigger person and you get squished, it can be hard. But if I can get out of their mount, I can get out of some of my own weights mount.
Awesome. Then, like jiu-jitsu, like bring you a lot of lessons, on the mat there that you connect your life. What is one that you kind of really stick with, or something that really one of those lessons on the mat about training, or something people said about it, or something that you listen to somebody say when it was graduating, something that kind of like really, this is make a lot of sense.
I don't know.
I mean, I think, like I said, it's just I can do the hard things.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that one carries to everything. It carries over to jiu-jitsu. I mean, even if it's not physically hard, sometimes it's mentally hard. You learn this move. Why is this so difficult? Why can't I get this movement correctly? Like, and you look over and so-and-so is doing it perfectly and they're a lower belt than you are. And then you're like, why can't I do this? And then you have to tell yourself, well, just keep trying. Like, you can do the hard things. It might be difficult, but you can do it. Or even physically, that you can do the hard things. I think that just has been my mantra lately.
Then, if you think about your jiu-jitsu journey, training, competing, belt, everything, what is like one moment that for you is like a really kind of make you feel, man, this is different, special, for you?
For me, I think it's actually getting to train with her. It's the days where she's like, hey, Mom, we're going to class. No, I don't want to go to class. I'm tired. But Mom, if you don't come to class with me, I might not have anybody good to go with. And if you come with me, I know I'll have some really good training. So I get dressed and I put my gi on and I get on the mat and we're laughing and we're giggling and we're having so much fun. And I thought, this was good physically. This was good mentally. This was good for the two of us. Yes. Yes. So I think that makes it really special. It's getting to go with her. And I'm going to be honest, not every day is that beautiful. There are some days that Melissa will look at me and she will say, looks like I might have to take Kailani today. Yes, you're going to have to take her because we're not getting along.
I see you so much because you teach me at home and stuff that it's just too much.
Yeah, sometimes it is too much, but then we go, and then at the end, we're okay.
Yeah.
And for you, like what a moment, maybe it can be a tournament that you won, what a one that really stick more than others, or any moment that's for you?
I don't really know. Like, the first time I competed, I liked it, and I didn't win, so I just wanted to compete until I won. And then once I did start winning, it was fun, and I just wanted to keep competing, kind of.
How was that Penny? Because you just won Penny. You got to promote your yellow belt, then you compete in the Pan Ams or what is yellow? No, we compete in the Icon, right?
Yeah.
As yellow belt was the first one. And then that's the second big one was the Pan Ams, right? As new belt, yellow belt. How was this story for you? How you feel? If you're ready, how was that?
I felt good because I just was like, I lost at Jiu-Jitsu Con, so I didn't really care that much if I lost. Like, I wasn't, and I only had one match, so it was just the one match. If I lost, I was going to be upset because I would have gotten a second place medal for losing, and that makes me upset when I don't actually earn my medal.
Okay, good. And being that what is your next
one? ADCC, and then I have a tag team fight with Chloe the next day.
Oh, that's good. It was November?
It's in November. November 9th is ADCC. November 10th is a tag team fight with Chloe. And then the next weekend, she has a super fight.
The week after that?
Yeah, on the 16th.
The week after that, on the 16th.
3 tournaments in 2 weeks.
Yes, and then the weekend after that, she has Jiu-Jitsu World League.
Wow, 4 to...
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This child would compete every day if we let her. Yes.
And for you, what's your next?
I don't know. Probably pans. I said I would probably do pans again because it's the only time I can find my brackets.
And it's local.
And it's local. That makes it much easier. So I'll probably do pans again. Kelsey, I don't remember what place she got, but
she got a third.
I think she got third. And we came home, I think it was the day after pans, And she said, we're training for the next year, right? And I said, we are. And she and I have gone 100% every single time we train. So I don't know that I would do things differently per se, but just keep that pace up. That always be competition ready, always be pushing. And I know when I go with her, I can, like, we push each other, and it's a hard round every single time because we know we're getting ready for the next one. It might be 364 days away, but we're getting ready for it.
The training, competing, maybe like, give some advice for moms that maybe have kids in training or maybe want to be involved. Some advice for?
Definitely just go for it. What do you have to lose? That even if you think you don't like it, try it. You might like it. You get to do something for you. You get to feel physically better. You get to share something with your kids. Even competing, like I said, I don't love it, but I love how I feel afterwards. I love getting to share that with her and getting to share that with my son and knowing that I know how you feel. And so, like, when my son loses or when she loses and I can say, it's all right that you lost. You won by stepping on the mat. And they say, but Mom, you're just saying that. No, I'm not saying that. Like, I didn't get out there and step on the mat because I wasn't ready. Like, I'm not just saying that. That's winning, is stepping on the mat. And that was kind of my philosophy at Worlds was I am going to win by just getting out there and trying. And I can firmly believe that. And I can honestly tell them that. And I would hope that they believe when I say that, that I'm not just saying it to be nice.
For you, or like something that maybe like a girl that training, they want to getting better, or they want to maybe help them, help them.
Just
Good champion. You can give some good advice.
I guess just keep training because it's fun and compete as much as you can because it makes you better every time you compete.
Yeah, like, super important, like, make sure like you do stuff without pressure, don't put pressure yourself. Go there to enjoy, have fun, like right now if you see the schools put so much pressure on kids. Kids are supposed to be there for have a good time. And make sure you keep training. See you guys on the mat soon.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Put a little thumb up and make a comment, to bring more stuff for you guys. Thanks so much. Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you.
All right.